So it's been a long day today. Ah, man, I had to, I'm just saying I had to move. Yeah, more of the stuff, which I won't go back to later. But I'm just saying why I was I was still going through a few things. As a matter of fact, too, as well. But well, I could have, but I'm actually getting ahead on my time now. I'm getting used to it. So, matter of fact, without any further ado, I want to get before we move. I want to prepare for anything else that comes on during the day. So, before we get, so like I said, I've been that's why I've been no videos lately, or all today because I've been moving more of our me and my family's their furniture and items to where we now have moved. So yeah, that's why you haven't been seeing me lately. So I wanted to honestly I didn't expect to speak on this. I honestly didn't expect to speak on this again. I'm only now speaking on it again. Oh, first off, I'll say, cause I know y'all probably was expecting. Well, so, some of y'all just expecting. Some of you expecting my thoughts on Xavier's whole battle with Vince and Co. with his YouTube contract deal. And only thing I got to say to that, that's all on him because it did say, yeah, most likely he signed it off, which you never don't do. That's what they expect, and that's how they scam to do business. He signed his rights to that channel, and so I mean, I know that they're already out there. I already know that there's out there probably the majority that's going to be taking his side and saying that he got screwed. I mean, obviously he got screwed, but as far as like having actual intellect on business and knowing whether you're going to get screwed or not, he should have known what Vince and WWE is all about, and that's why do you think they go for trademarks? They file for trademarks for their wrestlers. Whether it has to do with wrestlers or no brand wise, so they can have control over all that and get money from it. So yeah, that's the only thing. That's all on him. That's all I have to say on that too. If y'all was wondering my thoughts on there, yeah, because that's all on him. Sorry about there, but okay. So the only reason, like I said, the only reason I'm speaking on this again is Charlotte and Becky, because I kind of read this article. It's more kind of more is what is already known about between Charlotte and Becky, and yeah, she said like I read and came across and read. I think the articles shout out to them, Wrestling Inc. And yeah, she said after that incident, I hate when articles try to like make it seem like it was like try to pander or make the wrestler seem like they were doing it as an accident, because she says she dropped it as an accident. No, she wiggled it over from her. You know how people like how bully. I like some of y'all probably had bullies or whatever going to be a childhood or probably do at the moment, but like how bullies wrangle your lunch money over you, or just like something that's dear to you, or anything that's just trying to wrangle it over you to mess with you. And that's what she was pretty much doing, and then she dropped it at her feet, in her face, embarrassing her on purpose. So yeah, even those fucking articles try to make it seem like, try to fabricate and make it seem like it's not that it's the fault. It's not the wrestlers the other party's fault that they did that in the first day. That they didn't do it intentionally, which the fuck they did. So, but yeah, she was saying like we don't really talk anymore. Becky was like saying we don't really talk anymore. I mean, it's not really surprising, but yeah, she said they don't really talk anymore. yeah, so they don't really talk anymore. They don't socialize. They're not friends anymore. And all the other the touch and stuff. But like I said, I don't know if it has to do with her, you know, her real life social circle, or whatever emotionally, because of course like many before her, she does have a small ego, so it's not surprising there. So, well, yeah, I pretty much said whatever I said before on it, and Charlotte has been she probably it's even said she made whether we were there or not. It's even said that she pissed Vince off. So yeah, it's to a point where regardless of her, will go Vince. Well, whether I don't know whether it's probably whether he like you or not, because she was like he was telling him off, probably cursing or blatantly ignorantly telling him off too. Cause yeah, that could be the case because he was also arguing with Becky that we heard. So yeah, so it's getting to a point where she considers herself like this deity that's over everybody else, and only she matters. And that's even more of why even though I don't really like, because like I said, or y'all haven't, I'll say it now, that between between the four horsewomen, Sasha and Bailey is the two of the top ones. Everything they do, performance, character, their storylines, charisma, everything they do, they excel 100 times better over that than Charlotte and Becky. So yeah, her ego is obviously pushing her out the business. And she Becky also said she was like, God, because pretty sure nothing's gonna happen, but she said it's also something may happen because they pretty much don't fuck with each other anymore, and they can't stand the sight of each other. So something might critical might happen even in the ring. So not really nothing gonna happen. I don't think anything's really gonna happen unless she intentionally wants to purpose do it. But if that does, probably not really bad, but it'll probably be stopped hopefully before then. But if she intentionally intends to injure her, but that that issue would be righted from there. But yeah, my final thoughts regarding that is, yeah, we should have been. Well, I've already sensed it, but as far as like the majority in the community, yeah, I should have sensed this coming, miles ago, considering what's in her family. If she say that she don't like people like those kinds of families that have a sense of royalty to their name, that they want to be included as their own, but they still take on the character and and tendencies of of them. I'm rich, and I have a family that's much greater than all of y'all, whether they're poor or a much bigger name, identity, legacy. So yeah, that's my final thoughts regarding that. Her ego got to a point where it's just her small puny ego got to a point where it's just she forced herself probably almost out. I don't think Vince is gonna get rid of her. Well, if she even piss him off more enough, then he probably say fucking and just get rid of her. But yeah, that's all I have to say on that. I also wanted to talk about, because there was rumors. It don't have to be rumors, but it's already pretty much known. But The Rock, killing the rumors that he's coming back, to have a possible match with Roman, and he should, because like I said, if you read my summary too or anything, or how I'm saying here from when it comes to that particular subject, the dream match should only matter when like I said before, if you heard me, or I'll say it now too, if I haven't really said it before or made it much more clear. Yeah, the dream match should only matter intends to build younger talent or wrestlers to create moments that's that's none before, to create moments that's of nostalgia, and build a much more a bigger story to elevate the business as a whole, and as younger talent, elevate them, build, and so that everything else around can sprout and grow. So we shouldn't have meaningless shit like Goldberg versus, where they just to a point. Of course they can wrestle, but yeah, I'm not saying they wrestlers who just shouldn't wrestle, whether it's for money or not. It should just be like they to a point where they could barely fucking wrestle, because that's one also just more of just fucking where the match between Goldberg and Undertaker, where it just completely fucked the Undertaker up, and it's just it's fucking ridiculous. And then Shawn and Triple H versus when that match happened in Saudi Arabia versus Kane and Undertaker, fucking ridiculous. Like shit like that, we don't need that. It only hurts wrestling and kicks it down even further. So we damn sure don't need that. So it should only, the dream match, hence the dream match, it should only matter to create moments that's been never seen before, or bring a generation of who would admire wrestling to put their eyes on a wrestler that they never seen before in their time growing up, and to build this, to have, and that wrestler should pass the torch to build a younger talent to carry the generation, to generation to generation, and overall just grow as a whole, not just like I say, have that to money, but not to a point where it's just the wrestlers are just too fucking are old, and to a point where it's just gonna it's gonna look laughable, and it's gonna make wrestling seem like a joke. Well, all sports has their own flaws, but right now as a in this age, but I'm just saying the sole focus shouldn't be on money. You should create content that's at least worth watching. So that's why I wanted to talk about that also. So yeah, but I'll probably have prepare myself when I wake back up to see if I have anything else. If I don't see, because we'll talk about that after I talk about whichever big is going on when I wake up. If it's not, then we'll talk about this fucking. I want to talk about this ratio game because it kind of triggered me again. So we'll talk about that when the ratio. Tony and his mutt pit bull Chris. I'm really just ashamed of him, man. How he just, I don't know. He must be paying him out. Tony must be paying him out the fucking gall for Chris to just openly and just basically too kind of embarrass Chris, himself, to say that they went in acting like they are just straight up beating WWE when that's not the fucking case. It's a fucking joke. But yeah, I'll see y'all then. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video then. And I hope y'all enjoyed yesterday. Enjoyed yourselves yesterday. Whatever y'all was doing. So stay blessed, y'all.